200-mile-an-hour terror.
637 and a big puff of smoke. Big puff of smoke. 637, guys. Take a look.
Talented veteran rider Terry Schweigert had no idea he was in for the most terrifying weekend of his career at South Georgia Motorsports Park when he encountered multiple tire failures on his high horsepower turbo funny bike. This was an ongoing issue and compounded what was a devastating and alarming weekend that included a 197-mile-an-hour into-the-wall crash by Mike Chongris. Thankfully, Mike would make it. That crash is still under investigation. Also that weekend, Rob Garcia on his brand new turbo funny bike destroyed a tire at over 200 miles an hour. It damaged his carbon fiber body. The carcass of the tire wrapped around his ribs. Breaking his ribs, fortunately, Rob would walk away. It had crew chiefs and onlookers wondering what is wrong.
Here's the problem. All of this is caused by the bodywork on the side. So it looks a lot worse than it is.
Guys, all those changes over the offseason and what is proving to be a tricky racetrack that's really thrown a monkey wrench into the program. We'll see what happens. One more qualifying session left to go. The conditions will be even better. That will be later on this afternoon. Terry Schweigert is fearless. This is with the Goodyear on. Remember, yesterday a tire exploded on him.
We'll see if they fix the problem, but first let's recap what was a petrifying weekend so far. Terry Schweigert, the fast Canadian who holds the turbo record at 6:19, looking for the first 5 in pre-race testing, but a tire comes apart at over 200 miles an hour. Take a second look. Terry Schweigert on a swift pass, full throttle, chunks a tire. It destroys a body. The riding talent and fearlessness of Terry Schweigert helps keep him safe and on 2 wheels. Dan the man, tire problem again?
No, I think he just spun out there.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was fighting.
Searching for answers, crew chief Dan Wagner took the Mickey Thompson tire off and put a Goodyear tire on, and the problem was fixed, or so we thought.
Terry, I was really happy to see a clean pass. You think the Goodyear has fixed this problem?
We chunked that too.
Really?
Yeah, no, we chunked that. We're back to a Mickey.
And guys, how fearless is Terry Schweigert? I can tell you right now, I would never do this. Never. Not after what he's been through this weekend. Still has the bandage on his finger. He's absolutely fearless. Let's cross our fingers, say our prayers for a nice, safe lap for Terry. You definitely want to say your prayers when you eclipse 250 miles an hour on a motorcycle.
Now to official qualifying. A controversial and recent rule change allowed turbos to enter Top Fuel for the first time ever in the Man Cup Series. That pitted Terry Schweigert against the nitro-burning machine of Dave Vantine. Vantine was off the pace here, and it would prove to be a blessing because at the top end of the racetrack, Schweigert would cross lanes, another tire failure, this time getting pinned up against the wall, full throttle as we looked on, hoping and praying Terry Schweigert would be okay. True blessing that Dave Vantine was not alongside Terry Schweigert.
Wow, we always got to hold our breath. They said both motorcycles off the track at the top end, thank goodness. Man, for Schweigert, 632, 196, that man is absolutely 100% fearless. Maybe a little crazy, but definitely fearless.
It was another fearless, amazing job by Terry Schweigert to stay calm and to keep the motorcycle under control. Wait till you hear later in this video what was going on down there. Now, as for the crew chiefs, it was another mysterious failure.
Serious issue here with these tires?
With this track prep, we've been to 9 different tracks, 4 different states. We haven't chunked the tire all year. Now we've chunked the tire every run with every one of our bikes.
Have you run quarter mile at all those facilities?
Yes.
You have?
We went 620 at 222 mile an hour in Ohio with both of our bikes. Didn't chunk any tires and ran those tires in an additional race out in Oklahoma in the quarter mile afterwards. Didn't chunk anything. So what we have right now is a over prep right now. We need to do, I'm not asking to make the track for me. You know, we're racing what track we have. We're putting different tires on, different manufacturer tires. We're tearing them up exactly the same way, making real smooth runs. You know, all I've done is turn it down this weekend to try making safe runs. Trying to get a 5-second run is going to be impossible in these conditions. So.
Let's head back to the pits to get a closer look at the aftermath. Now, I mentioned you guys, this is not the first time this happened today. We got to take a look. Terry Schweigert, your record holder on the Kevin Clark bike. Oh my gosh. Wow. Again, thank goodness Terry's okay. Terry just hurt his hand and his foot, right?
Yeah. You come right back and run again.
What are you guys hearing about these tires? Are you guys starting to get a little nervous?
Yeah, hungry.
Yeah. So much horsepower in a prepped racetrack like this.
Tight track.
Is it something where you think maybe we need to go to these tire manufacturers and see if they can do some research for us?
It wouldn't hurt. Track's real tight right now.
Track's real tight, guys, and they're flirting in areas that nobody has ever been before. We're looking for the first turbo 5-second run, and these guys are close. I'll tell you, Terry Schweigert's so fearless too. He's going to try again. They put a new body on the motorcycle. They put his Pro Mod body on. That was a Mickey Thompson tire that was shredded. Rob Garcia also shredded a Mickey Thompson tire. Take a look. Terry Schweigert has a Goodyear on. They're going to give it a try. Well, let's hope the Goodyear does the trick. We will soon find out, but either way, we definitely need to call in these tire manufacturers and see if they can do a little research and development for us. Especially, you gotta remember, these aren't cars, these are motorcycles. No seatbelt, no roll cage. Only thing between them and the track is a tire. And perhaps even more staggering, after all of these issues, the undaunted, fearless Terry Schweigert is in the lanes once again. Well, this is a very important update, Mr. Terry Schweigert. Oh my goodness, we are so glad to see you back. You gave me a heart attack earlier this morning.
Gave myself a heart attack too.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I see you got a bandage on the finger.
Yeah, that's the only thing I heard. I hurt my pinky finger, and I'm good.
Well, the tire came apart about 900.
Show me the other finger. Show me the other finger. Where is it?
I got farmer hands.
Wait a minute.
I know what finger. Wait a minute.
This is, wait.
What's going on here, Dan? Oh my gosh. I know what finger Dan shows me most of the time.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Hey, good news is you're okay though? Everything good?
I'm good. I'm fine. I feel good. Just a bit of bad luck. The tire came apart, pushed me over a bit, and brushed up against the wall.
Here comes Terry Schweigert. Remember, we talked to him moments ago. These guys have nerves of steel. Earlier today at about 900 feet, Terry shredded a tire. It ended up hurting his foot and hurting his finger. And you just had to watch what happened to Rob Garcia. I told you guys, it takes a real fearless, talented rider to do this.
Yep, not good.
Good luck, Terry.
Good year. Got a good tire now.
Would a second chance for the Goodyear prove favorable? Top Fuel motorcycle racer Mitch Brown would lose a component off his motorcycle. That would set up a solo shot for Terry Schweigert, where he would again fearlessly go full throttle and hope the tire issue was far behind him. Much better results this time as Terry lays down a clean 632 at 183 miles an hour. Could it be that the terrifying tire issue was resolved? Let's head to final qualifying and find out as Schweigert's ready to go again.
Still see the bandage on his finger. He hurt his hand and his foot. Here he goes again. He'll send it full throttle.
The nervous energy and dismay could clearly be felt. Each run was becoming more and more difficult to watch. Nice clean launch. Could the Goodyear do the trick? Oh no, another tire failure. Another tire failure.
637 and a big puff of smoke. Big puff of smoke. 637, guys. Okay. Take a look. We're holding our breath up here on the line. Looked like he crossed the finish line. Everything was okay, but then that big puff of smoke, everybody's so scared after what happened yesterday. Looks like he is off the racetrack. We'll get an update. He's still absolutely flying out there. Flying with the new Goodyear. Did the Goodyear stay together? It seems so. We'll get an update from the top end.
And let's take another look at what appeared to be a trouble-free pass from the start. But again, a tire would fail. And finally, this would push Terry to put the motorcycle away.
Terry, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I'm so glad you're okay. 2 bodies this weekend. 2 bodies.
2 bodies, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. We used a brand new tire. That's not the tire, but I had a brand new tire on, and yeah, they come apart. Not good.
Terry, we're all sending thoughts and prayers to Mikey Chongris.
Oh.
Just devastating. The fact this happened to you twice this weekend. It happened to Rob Garcia once, and then it happens to Mike, and unfortunately Mike leaves and is now in the ICU. I mean, what's the range of emotions you feel when that happens to a friend, when you realize that could have been you?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. Sorry to my family for putting you through this, and my friends, all my friends that come down there. And, it's getting dangerous, these bikes.
It really is. Something's
I'm
wrong.
not sure if it's the track or the tires. I think it's a combination of too much horsepower, track maybe prepped too much, and then the tires too. So I don't know.
Well, I'm so glad you're okay, and
thank you.
Just keep on praying for Mike.
Thank you.
So here's the problem. All of this is caused by the bodywork on the side. So it looks a lot worse than it is. The track is over prepped, and Larry McBride, all the Top Fuel guys that make runs, that make full pass good runs, come back with chunks the size of this missing out. And they feel like it's okay to run and just change their tire every run because the track is over prepped, because they have a fender that's large enough to take the rubber and let it go in and come out. So that may be our solution to the ultimate crashing problem. But if we've gone to every track at Man Cup and ran without these chunks and came here and these chunks start appearing, now we need to blame it on something else, not the racing. We've 620 at 222 in Ohio. Absolutely no tire problems. 630 at 220 in Oklahoma with the same tire. We ran the same tire for 2 weekends in the quarter mile. Now we come here, these small pieces are the problem. All of this is caused by the bodywork getting tore up by these small pieces tearing the bodywork and the wheel tub up. So there's the solution for the huge problem is getting the body out of the way. If everybody in the class is okay with getting chunks like this and just changing the tire every run, then that's how the class is going to be run. But if they start tearing their tires up in Top Fuel, then the class, the Top Fuel, the actual nitro bikes that own the class, if they start tearing their tires up, they will have something done. But since it was just half the class, there was nothing being done about this.
Dan, this happened 3 times before it happened to Mikey Chongris. I know Rob Garcia was very upset. Was there a conversation between racers and track crew to try to relay this information, to try to help this problem?
Yeah, right at the beginning after we heard our first tires, before Terry hit the wall, we wanted the track, we asked for the track to be just toned down a little bit. It was a little too aggressive, and we made several 1/8 mile runs before any 1/4 mile runs, and we're blistering tires. So if you come over here and look, all of these tires here are all 1/8 mile, 1 run tires. So this tire was a 5 run tire, perfectly broke in just for this event. So was this one, so was this one. After 1 run, we had these blisters, and this is in the 1/8 mile. After 1 run, we changed the tire again, blisters in the 1/8 mile, not in the 1/4 mile. So again, we knew this problem was coming. As soon as we run a 1/4 mile, these pieces are gonna tear off, grab the body, and take it out. You know, so we went to the Goodyear tire, never ran that before. Ran a 399 with the Goodyear tire. If we had our Hoosier tire, you know, I feel bad for our Hoosier sponsor that we didn't have a tire here ready to go. You know, my bad. But we would have put anything on at this point, and that's where Mike Chongris was. Mike Chongris chunked his S tire, and he changed to a radial tire, something none of us had ever run, but we all wanted to try it because, you know, the rave right now, the radial rave.
So tell me exactly what was on the back of his bike when he crashed?
Radial tire.
It was a Mickey?
Mickey Thompson radial tire. As far as I know, there wasn't any damage to the tire on the run. I haven't seen the tire. I'm just going by hearsay.
Okay, so we don't know yet exactly.
Yeah, you know, so again, you know, I'm not making theories. I'm just showing the facts as far as these problems weren't there all year long on the other tracks that we raced at Galat, at Rockingham, at Darlington, in Ohio, in Oklahoma, in Texas.
What was Man Cup's take on this? Did you get any response?
You know, they've got to run a race program, and I surely don't expect them to change anything for, you know, one team, one guy asking for something. But my question was basically, who's it going to hurt by dumbing down the track zone?
Valid point, especially that's valuable feedback from you guys when, hey, we're out there with no seatbelts, no roll cages. It's
always going to be dangerous, and you know, in Mike's case, you know, we sent him out there. We were supposed to be in the other lane against him, and we chose not to run and told him, you know, hey, just go out and see what this tire will do. This new tire. We're interested in better things for the class. If you know the Top Fuel guys just take a tire off every run that chunks and puts a new tire on, doesn't do anything. And we've changed 3 different style tires, 2 different manufacturers at one race during competition. You know, I can say that we're at least doing everything we can on our end to fix it. Air pressures, different size rims, you know, all the theories can go out, you know, as far as we're trying more stuff than anybody out there, so and getting the same results. So we've got to look at the one thing that we're changing our whole program for, and it was this race this weekend. Really feel like we are going to run some awesome numbers this weekend. It's Terry's run 399 4 times this weekend with 1/4 mile gearing. Just, you know, these are the victims. And,
Last question I have here for you, Dan, and this could be a tough one. You know, many years ago, I posted about the first Funny Bike 5. We got everybody excited. We caused a lot of debate on each side. We know the turbo technology has come so far, chassis technology has come so far, but I know the one thing that Larry and a lot of the top fuel guys questioned was, would these new age builds be sturdy enough? Would they be proven? Larry's got a very heavy bike. With the power you guys are running, is there any concerns that you're running into such an uncharted territory here?
well, the concerns are always there, you know, when you're trying to go faster on anything. And not that we're limiting ourselves to lighter chassis, but the chassis are going to have to be strengthened up. You know, we've basically been working with nitrous pro mod bikes that have been lightened up for the last 10 years, and now we're going to have to beef up parts and make things stronger. Terry's nitrous bike testing this weekend. We tested Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Rockingham with the new turbo setup and GS motor in it, the motor that's in Kevin's bike right now. And we were having handling issues. Went back, put a lot of bracing in it, and this is going to be the new norm. Mike was probably going to be bracing his chassis up during the off season, and you know, others that are starting to push the limits that these things have are going to, you know, start making changes from the norm. And as far as dangerous, they're only as dangerous as you hold the full throttle. I want to say, you know, in Terry's case, I would have liked them to let off a little bit earlier. You know, and Mike Chongris's case, I'm not his crew chief, but you know, I'd be giving, you know, him advice as far as, hey, it's just a single, you know, let's bring it back, you know. And he was on a good run, and I don't think there's anything going wrong with his run. I just felt like, you know, on the first run on a tire, might have wanted to just check it out.
Well, let's hope he's okay. And I know you guys, it's amazing what all you guys are doing. There's so much technology. I know if we get enough smart minds together, we'll figure this thing out and make it safe.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. Just gonna take time.
Hey guys, as you know, I'm a great friend of Terry Schweigert. He's one of the most talented racers. He just told me a story that is absolutely terrifying. Terrifying. He scared us big time when he brushed the wall, but I didn't know exactly what happened. I didn't know exactly how he hurt his finger. Wait till you hear this one. Terry Schweigert again. I'm just so thankful you're here, you're okay. You told me a story that just gave me chills. We gotta tell it again. What happened to you down there when you got up against the wall?
So I'm up against the wall with this jig here. So the tire goes out, I'm up against the wall, riding the wall, and this hits the wall, so my hand, I can't get off the throttle. And anyways, I see the glove coming open, I see my finger, and through the grace of God, I was able to get off the wall and stop the bike. So it's well past the finish line.
That's terrifying.
So yeah, and anyways, I was just like, oh shit.
And
I was able to get off.
for casual motorcycle
Sorry, my
fans,
leg.
you can't just pull the clutch on this bike. With the clutches,
Well, I could have pulled it again. You can pull this out, that'll kill the motor, and shutting that switch off would have killed the motor. But of course,
it's hard when you're full throttle to do
I
anything.
don't want to get. I didn't want to take my hand off it here, off the handlebars. You want to stay on the bike at all possible.
Is that the scariest thing that's ever happened to you?
That was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
Let me see your shoe.
Yeah, well, I had that farming accident that was pretty scary. But as far as the motorcycle thing, yeah. So we wore this is a different foot peg. We wore the foot peg down about this far.
This was the first time or the second tire blowout?
That's the first time.
This is the first time. When you were up against the wall.
Well, no, I've been up against the wall before, but never like this. I was up against the wall at 100 miles an hour and nothing like this. So anyways, the wind hit me after bleachers that we were just testing, and it threw me up against the wall. I thought I had a flat tire. Never got hurt, but again, when I hit the wall that time, I hit the wall here, and on my at the very end of my wheelie bars. But it was just like one of those kind of things.
I'm so glad you're okay. And you got back on the bike after that.
Yeah, we made we went to the hospital, got a tetanus shot, got my finger fixed up, and I'm not in a lot of pain. So yeah, we were back to make the first round of qualifying at 3:30.
When something like this happens, does it make you want to say that's it, 8th mile for the rest of my career?
Yes, it does. Yeah,
you know,
I want to be an I want to be an 8th mile guy.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. As a fan, and my opinion as a fan means absolutely nothing. Of course, I've always enjoyed Quarter, and I post videos online. People say Quarter. After what happened to you and what happened to Mike Chongris this weekend,
yeah.
I don't care if I ever see Quarter again. I want you guys to stay safe. And these bikes are getting so quick, so fast.
Yeah, I never used to like the 8th mile too. I thought, really? No, but no. You know what? You can push these bikes. We can go. Billy Bullis went at 390. I went at 391. Kevin went at 392. Garcia went at 392. These things are going to go high 380s in the 8th mile, and that's good enough. 180 miles an hour in the 8th mile is good.
It is, Terry. Again, God bless, man. I'm so glad I'm looking at you right now. Looking at your handsome smile, you handsome devil. You beat off the Grim Reaper once again.
Did.
So
thank you. I got some. I mean, if it wasn't for Dan, my livelihood. I'm a dairy farmer. I mean, Dan works overtime. It's his life. A lot of that's their life. These guys.
It sure is.
And like your life, it's a lot of people's lives are dependent on. I'm just having fun. Thank God for Dan and Kathy and Larry, all the people that helped me. Kevin let me ride his bike. You know, I wrecked Kevin's body, so.
This thing's been through a war. Absolutely. And I'll tell you this.
It's just a battle.
A less experienced rider, a rider with not as much courage, could have been in real trouble there.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was fortunate.
You didn't panic. I'd have panicked.
Well, I know you have to stay on the bike, and sometimes you can't if you're heading straight towards the wall. I was fortunate. I'm taking a break, and I'm gonna go snow skiing.
There you go. Why don't you sit back this winter, relax, put your feet up, and
yes, I can't wait to go home and see my family.
Amen. Glad you're okay, Terry.
Thank you, Jack.
The cliche, all is well that ends well, rings true because all three of these gentlemen involved in these terrifying, horrifying incidents walked away and are still with us. And nothing is more important than that. But it does beg the question, what is the future of these high horsepower turbo bikes? Let us know what you think in the comments. Motorcycle fanatics, thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe, like, leave us your feedback. We never want you to miss a video. In fact, speaking of videos, here's another video I want you to check out. You know, if there's anything fast motorcycles, we're in. Cycle Drag rolls on.